So generally speaking, millions and millions of people have not paid all the taxes they owe to the IRS, and they're going to pay those taxes back through monthly installments. This is something you need to get permission from the IRS to do, and it can be relatively painless and easy, or it can be extremely difficult and hard. Generally speaking, the process is as follows. As long as you're current with your taxes going forward, so from today forward you're paying all of your taxes on time, and as long as you filed all your missing tax returns, you're current with all your paperwork, the IRS will let you enter into an installment agreement to pay you back your taxes through a monthly payment plan. The amount of the payment is going to be determined by them, and they're going to base that on a financial analysis in most cases. So they're going to look at they have a standard financial forms that you fill out for this. They're going to look at your gross income. You're going to have to prove your gross income to them, your monthly gross income. From that number, they're going to subtract your necessary living expenses. Now, the IRS you can go to their website, www.irs.gov, and you can look at their standards. They have collection standard expenses that they grant to somebody who is delinquent in their taxes. So they'll give you so much for housing and utilities, so much for food, so much for insurance, etc. So from your gross monthly income, you subtract those expenses up to IRS limits. They only give you so much for housing, they only give you so much for utilities, etc. That'll leave a monthly surplus number. So income minus expenses leaves a number of $300 a month. That's the monthly payment amount, $300 a month. Now you can avoid a lot of that if you owe them less than $50,000. The IRS has a fresh start policy, and they call it a streamlined installment agreement. So what you would ask for, if your total tax bill is less than $50,000, including interest and penalties, you ask them for a streamlined installment agreement. And they'll divide your bill by 72 payments. They'll calculate the interest and penalties that are going to accrue over the course of those 72 months, that's 6 years. And they'll give you the monthly number. So they'll say, all right, you owe us X dollars, accruing interest and penalties on that amount. We'll add this much to it. Your payment is $350 a month for 72 months. If you can afford to do that, you can have your streamlined agreement with little or no additional questions asked, and then for 72 months you make those payments. And you should ask the IRS not to record a lien. They usually won't in those cases, but you just say, I would like a streamlined installment agreement, please don't file a lien against me. And if that fits your scenario and that's what you want to do, that'll solve your case. If you can't afford whatever number they give you on a streamlined agreement, or you owe more than $50,000, then you have to do the detailed financial analysis, and you have to give them substantiation of that, enter an installment agreement, make your monthly payments, and go on for many, many years. And it's a very expensive solution, but if that's the solution you want, that's how you do it. Bankruptcy, offer, and compromise, currently not collectible, will be on a future series of videos. Thank you very much.